When they say, well, should I paint the walls? Or what do you think about this room? And you say, oh girl, I have so many great things that we're gonna share that are very little money. My goal is to help you prep this home to get it sold for very little money. Tell me more about the blah, blah, blah. Divert. What I wanted to talk about today is listing appointments, because right now, if your phone is not ringing, it will be ringing. If you're putting yourself out there, if you are connecting with folks, you're getting ready to get the phone calls. Because I did hear a person this week, she went to the listing, she told them everything, she did not get the listing. And they did everything she told them, and they listed with someone else. So the secret is, don't give away the sauce, okay? My job at a listing appointment is to fall in love with the house. I want them to know that I think that is the greatest property. I'm going to work like a beast to sell it. I'm going to focus on the fact that, oh, you know what, we're going to highlight this. I'm excited about doing a drone video for this. Hey, let's do a lifestyle shot where we're all sitting around on your back patio having coffee or a glass of wine. Sell you selling the house or the property. When they say, well, what should we do? Do we need to replace the carpet? Yes, let them get to know you. Hey, I'm Robin Mann, and I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been in the business 8.5 years, and I do about 25 million as a solo agent, and that translates to around 60 deals or so. I've closed a home a week every week since 2016, and no paid ads, all organic networking via door knocking, Facebook. Those are the big ones, referrals. Your job is to fall in love with them, have them fall in love with you, and find out what their pain point is and how do you help them get past the pain. A big part of the listing deal is to be what? Quiet. Tell me about your house. Tell me why you love it. And then in a conversational manner, the who, what, when, where, why, how. Who's selling it? When are we doing this? Why are we doing this? What are we doing? And how? How are we doing this? You want to put it out there at some crazy price and drop it. You want a fire sale where you can just get rid of it. Like, how are we doing this? And then tell them what you do. When they say, well, should I paint the walls? Or what do you think about this room? And you say, oh, and now see, I would be like, oh girl, I have so many great things that we're going to share that are very little money. My goal is to help you prep this home to get it sold for very little money. Tell me more about the blah, blah, blah. Divert, okay? Because when you give them their goods, some other person comes along and says they'll do it for half the price, or says they'll do blah, 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 whatever, and they use someone else, you've given away your goods. Listing appointment is a listening appointment. God, that's a good one, Jim. Okay, this is what I do for a listing. I'd love to hear you guys that are doing this at a high level. What are your listings? Now, if you're doing a luxury listing where you know you're going to be bringing in drone, you're going to be bringing in photos, you're going to do a lifestyle shoot, you're going to be accentuating the mowing, dishwasher, or whatever, different conversation, okay? And we can talk about that. This conversation is just your stereotypical listing. They don't need drone. There's a nice little house. First thing I do is bring a present, and I show up on time. If I say I'm going to be there at 10:01, I show up at 10:01. And when I knock on the door, I say, hey, I'm Robin Mann, it's 10:01. Told you I was going to be here. And then I hand them the bottle of champagne. Like yesterday, I took a little bottle of champagne because it was New Year's, right? Usually I take flowers or bread, or it could be anything. But I bring them a present, welcome them in, because that takes them off guard. Why do you bring them a present? Because it's an honor that you're at their house. And my mom said, when you come to someone's house, you bring a present. And that's usually what I tell them. And then you throw the line in that says, there are 16,000 agents, or however many are in your area. There's 16,000 agents in the Charlotte area, and every single one of them wants to be where I am right this second. So I am appreciative of it. So be a little bit humble. Then you move forward with tell me about your house. You want to hear all about the house. Tell me about the neighborhood. Tell me why you love living here. Tell me everything you want me to hear. The listing presentation, the only thing I do is I tell them what I offer, and I give them my strengths. I do have this. I have these little pamphlets. This is my little Robin Mann. Where is she? My little Robin Mann. And my company name is called Sold in the Carolina. So this is what I have. You don't have to have this. When I started out, you know what I had? Nothing. I pulled up my CRMs. I pulled up my listing net sheet, and I had me. Okay? All this says, I have some testimonials from my clients. Okay? I have about me. And in the beginning, I made up stats. How many of you sold anything as a child? I've been in sales for 42 years. It is not a lie. Services we provide. So I tell them like just the simple stuff. This is nothing. I am not sharing secret sauce here. All it is we talk about pricing, talk about property prep. I get a photographer. I do marketing. I talk a little bit about my marketing. Basically, everything that you say, everything that is in that listing agreement that you have, take it and put it on a piece of paper. When you list, we have internet exposure, because those are the things they're agreeing to on the listing agreement, right? Listing exposure, we're going to put on a Supra or whatever block combo you use. We use showing time. I put a yard sign. This looks fancy. It's not. It's literally like just the silly stuff that you do already. I do online monitoring. That sounds fancy, right? That means I look and see if anybody's looked at their stuff, right? Skilled negotiating. I do talk about that. I tell them I'm a bulldog. That's one of my favorite things is negotiating. Market updates, contract to close. I'm going to be with you contract to close. So all the stuff that's in the listing agreement that you're going to send to them anyways, take it, put it on a piece of paper. That's your listing presentation. Now go Google or go to ChatGPT and say, how do I make my home ready to sell? ChatGPT will create a list for you that says, here's how you make your home ready for sale. Trim the bushes, clean the windows, take off the screens that are broken, clean the doorknobs, replace light bulbs. This sounds hard. This is not hard. If you don't have a listing presentation, literally go to ChatGPT today and say, I'm a realtor. I need to make a PDF with graphics that tells people how to get their home ready to list. I want interior and exterior information. It'll tell you everything. And then maximize your home's appeal. Same thing. Take down your family photos, hide the guns, hide the meds, hide the jewelry, hide your kids, hide your wife. And then for showing, turn the lights on, close the toilets, put away the trash, make sure you didn't cook fish or Indian food, play quiet music, bake cookies. And then all the ways to get in touch with you. Great question to ask on a listing appointment is, how do you like to communicate? Are you a talker? Are you a texter? Are you a messenger? You like email? What's the best way? So listing, the biggest point I wanted you to hear about that, all of that, did I tell them anything about their house? Did I say, yeah, you're gonna need to paint this room, or ooh, that flooring's bad. I would move that couch to here. Nope, don't tell them any of that. Then you're giving away your goods. Don't give away your goods.
One of the things I always do in my listing appointments is I say our first meeting is going to be, we're going to walk through your house and talk about it.
First meeting is get to know you, talk about your house. Then we're getting down to the nitty gritty. How would you combat sellers who have sold multiple homes FSBO and they're scared of commissions? Show them the facts. If you Google, what does a for sale by owner make versus using a realtor? It will show you. The stats have probably changed. The last time I looked, you'll get 21% more with a realtor versus not. And if you take 6%, let's say we go crazy and do a 6% or even a 7% commission agreement for the two agents, 21 minus 6 is 15. So you show them the facts. You're going to make 15% more with an agent. That's what I show them. And then the other one that I love to send is the forsalebyowner.com creator. The dude who created forsalebyowner.com used a realtor. That's all I need to hear.
When you get them to sign the listing agreement, during that blanket of a presentation.
So you never leave an appointment without an appointment. You never leave an appointment, anything, any conversation, period. Everywhere you go, you let them know what's the next step. You be the leader. So when I get off this call today, I'm going to see you guys. I'm going to say, see you tomorrow. That sets the expectation that I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, right? Same thing with this. They say, well, we're going to interview 4 more agents. Well, is there any reason you wouldn't sign with me today? And they say, well, we want to interview the other agents. Okay, well, when is your last appointment? Today at 6. All right, I'm going to give you a call tomorrow morning, follow up, and let you know why I think we're a wonderful match, and I'm hoping you're feeling the same way. Would you be open to that? You call, and then you do what you say. You do not let anything get in the way. You put it on your calendar that at 8:04 you're calling Lonnie Lukey. Mwah! Had a good time. We'll see you tomorrow.